I'm Tom Fitton. I'm president of Judicial Watch, America's leading government watchdog organization. We have a simple request for Congress: do your job. It's not enough to do investigations and reports. We need to stop the government corruption and abuse that is so concerning to the American people. In this new budget fight, or basically the old budget fight that we're being asked to pretend is new, there's an inflection point. Are we going to continue to fund Republicans in the House the wild abuse by the Biden administration of its political opponents, the mass censorship of tens of millions of Americans, the border invasion we've heard so much about, and the other wild abuses of power that are right now fully funded with Congress? And I don't know what we're talking about with a clean CR. I see a dirty CR, a CR that will fund the worst of dirty politics and corruption in our federal government. And there's a positive moral obligation right now, not next year, but right now, to stop the abuses, the effort to jail Trump on pretextual, unprecedented charges in a way never seen before in American history. An obligation to stop right now the Biden administration's censorship of tens of millions of Americans. The obligation to stop right now the illicit use of tax monies to fund abortions in our military and elsewhere. We need to stop right now the attack on children through the promotion of transgender extremism. We need to stop right now the lack of serious investigation into the Biden administration corruption, specifically Biden corruption. We need a Justice Department or a special counsel that has confidence of the American people. All of these issues can be addressed in this continuing resolution, and if they don't want to address it, that suggests to me those who vote for it are on the side of corruption, and those who oppose it are on the side of justice. Thank you very much.
Sir, you're gathered here at Capitol Hill with some lawmakers and some other organizations. What's your message to the American people?
The American people want accountability for the corruption they see. And I think they would be extremely upset to know that a House controlled by Republicans is funding virtually everything they're upset about, whether it be the abuses of Trump and other innocents, the censorship of millions of Americans, the border invasion. I mean, they get money to help the illegals cross the border. All this has been funded to date by the Republican Congress, and this is an inflection point from which they can go away from that and towards justice.
So it seems like the fact that some of the apparatus of the government seems to be out of control perhaps is related to the budget funding involved here. Is that essentially where that's going?
Yeah, budget and corruption are inextricably linked. And if you don't like Biden corruption, you're going to want to pay attention to how it's handled in this continuing resolution.
Finally, Mr. McCarthy came out. He said that looks like impeachment is imminent. Your thoughts, sir?
I've always thought impeachment was inevitable. It was just a matter when Speaker McCarthy understood that he had no choice but to allow it to proceed. But we appreciate that he did allow it to proceed, and it's been escalated among the three committees investigating Biden corruption. And I'm hoping they accelerate the investigation and get even more aggressive. And as this budget fight shows, impeachment's necessary, but it's not sufficient.
Hey everyone, Judicial Watch President Tom Fitton. Don't forget, Congress has an opportunity over the next 2 weeks to shut down the prosecutions of Donald Trump, to defund them. Don't let Congress fool you. Don't let House leaders fool you. They can do it now. They should do it now. They can protect Trump from these abuses. They can protect other innocent Americans from these abuses. They can stop the Biden Justice Department's interference in our elections. They can do it now through this continuing resolution process. Call your members of Congress and share your views at 202-225-3121.